Hi YouTube, how are you? I'm going to do a quick, I don't know how quick, but I'm going to go over the age difference between my son and my daughter and pros and cons. As many of you probably or might know or might not know, I have a son who will be 7 at the end of this month, and I have my daughter who is 11 weeks old today. So that's a little over 6.5 years age difference. I had my son when I was 22 with my ex-husband, and our marriage didn't work out, so I dedicated my first 5 years as being a single mom and raising my son, and that was my priority. I was perfectly content not having any more children. Didn't know if I wanted any more children. Sort of like don't want to pressure luck, you got one perfectly healthy child, why push your luck? But I had always said by the time I was 30, if I didn't have any more children, I was done. Only because I didn't want to be an older parent. I wanted to raise my kids and enjoy my life and be able to do things when I was older. So that was just a personal thing for me. So after 5 years, I decided to re-enter the dating world. When my son was 5.5, I met my current husband, Joe, and we had decided after dating just about a year that we both decided that I was going to be 30 in about a year and a half, and he was going to be 35. And sticking to my rule that if I didn't have any kids by the time I was 30, I was truly going to stick to that and I was going to be done. Well, so we decided to stop all contraceptive devices, no birth control or such. So the following month, in October, the end of September, October, we conceived with our daughter. So I think it was meant to be. But I was really concerned about having a huge age difference with my children. Not only for my son, but also for myself. I feel like that, I just got over all the baby stuff, all the hard stuff, and everything. And here I was being thrown back into it. Back up a little bit. The day that I found out that I was pregnant, or I'm sorry, the day that we conceived, we know the exact day, I had a yard sale and sold every bit of my baby items. Everything. So that was kind of like, ha ha ha. So anyway, so I cried when I found out. I was happy, but I was also like, oh, I just screwed up my son's life. What have I done to him? And so I sat and I contemplated how I was going to tell him, and me and my at the time he was my boyfriend, and we sat him down and told him, and he was so excited. He's like, I want a sister. I want a sister. And I'm like, you don't want a brother? He's like, nope. He's like, I want a sister. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, but okay. So we decided that we would take him and make him very much a part of everything that we've done. He went to every doctor's appointment with us because we were able to have evening appointments. He went to every ultrasound. He was at my baby shower. He was very, very involved with everything in this pregnancy, and we wanted to make him a part of that and make sure that, you know, he wasn't going to be left out. And so, in doing that, we just included him on everything. We let him pick out things, and just be a huge part of this whole pregnancy. And so I think that helped out a lot. Went to the ultrasound, and the ultrasound tech was able to pull my son Connor over and let him announce to us what we were having, and he was so ecstatic when he found out he was going to have a baby sister. As were we. You know, we thought, oh, perfect, we have one of each. You know, boy and a girl. This completely completes our family. So, so then after that, I guess probably about 7 months, when I was 7 months pregnant, he started acting out. He was acting out at school, just to the point where he didn't want to listen and just backtalk. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's 7 and he has a mouth on him sometimes, but you know, he can be the sweetest thing ever the next minute. But so I was like, oh, here we go, you know, because I was waiting for it to start. But what am I at? He acted out in that way. He acted out verbally. He was very, very attached to my hip. Everywhere we went, everything we did, he wanted to be with me. Which normal things he would care less about. He was also very concerned about how Joe would react to him and the new baby, because him and now his stepdad are extremely close, and he didn't want that to interrupt things. So he was very concerned about it, and he voiced it. He had no problems. The good thing about it, I think 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds, whatnot, is they'll tell you usually. If they have a close and open relationship with you, they usually will tell you, especially that age. And so he was scared. So it was a little bit trying, but then came delivery day, and that was awesome. I got him the cutest shirt. I don't know if y'all see it. It said "Only Child" in the center, in the front, with a big splash that and said "Big Brother" on the back. And he was so super excited. I mean, he was just holding my hand, and he was talking to my tummy. Can't wait to meet you, big sister, or little sister. And I was just very into it. And then he had to go buy her this huge foot balloon. Have you all seen those? I don't know if your gift shop at your hospital had those, but this balloon was huge. It was a big old foot, and it said it's a girl, or I think we had one that said it's a boy. I just deflated it last weekend, and it still had air in it, and I just got tired of looking at it, so I took it down. But hold on one second. But it was, so he had to go buy that and get a couple other little things for his sister. And then I came out because I had a C-section. Connor, my son, was a C-section, and so was he, and so was she. So, so it was just a routine C-section for me, and we came out, and he was like, immediately, our response was, the whole time, is that no one was to hold my baby girl until I was able to hold her, and no one, well, of course, except for my husband, but I wanted Connor, when he was wheeled out, I wanted Connor to have that first experience seeing her, because he was old enough, you know. It's not like he was too